If you're trying to move from a 5 to a 7 in IB economics, this is one of the biggest areas where students lose marks, ADAS. And the issue is usually not the diagrams themselves, it's how you explain them. Most students can actually recognize the shifts, but they memorize them, confuse SRAS and LRAS, and don't explain what's happening clearly. So even if the diagram is correct, they lose marks in the explanation. To get into the top mark bands, you need to do 4 things consistently. First, identify the correct curve. Second, explain why it shifts. Third, link it to either AD components or cost of production. And then finally, explain what happens to real GDP and the price level. The full chain is what examiners are looking for. This is the full framework I put together. It shows how demand side and supply side policies affect AD, SRAS, and LRAS all in one place. Instead of memorizing random shifts, you can actually see the logic behind them. Let's look at this the right way. Aggregate demand is C plus I plus G plus X minus M. So for example, if income tax falls, disposable income increases, which increases consumption, C, and that's what shifts AD to the right. You always need that full chain, not just, quote, AD increases. This is where a lot of students lose marks. SRAS is about cost of production, things like wages, taxes, subsidies, and resource prices. LRAS is about productive capacity, things like education, capital, and technology. If capacity isn't changing, then LRAS is not shifting, and students mix this up all the time. This is the difference between a mid-level and a top-level answer. A weak answer just says, quote, AD increases. A strong answer explains what policy changed, what component changed, how AD shifts, and what happens to output and prices. That's what moves you from a 5 to a 7. So this is where most students actually improve. This includes diagram practice, mechanism questions, and quote, spot the mistake questions. Because understanding this concept is one thing, but applying it under exam conditions is what really matters. So I put all of this into a full ADAS analysis pack. It includes the full shift guide, the worksheet, and a model level 7 answer. If you want it, the link is right below the video.